When thinking about an ideal job role, do you want to have good career progression, a competitive salary? Most importantly, do you want to make an impact? Have you ever considered a green job? This is a job working in sustainability and climate change, and it can span across loads of different industries. From finance to tech, fashion and tourism, sustainability is developing as its own profession right now. Hi, I'm Steph, and welcome to my quick set on careers that make a difference. If you want a better base level understanding on sustainability, check out Sabrina's quick set on what is sustainability and climate anxiety. But if you want to find out why and how you should gain a career that can make a difference in society, keep listening. There are many common myths and misconceptions that surround green jobs, as people don't understand the real opportunities in it. Let's play a round of true and false to see what you know about jobs and sustainability. Green jobs are a symptom of greenwashing. This is false. Yes, for businesses and institutions, showing commitment to sustainability boosts sustainability credentials, which helps keep existing customers and boosts business development. But this isn't just a way for businesses to get good PR, as organizations need to show tangible commitment to the environment. Let's take Google for an example. If you look through their website, you can see all the necessary steps they're taking to help the environment. While you're looking this website up, it's worth seeing how many jobs Google are recruiting right now in the sustainability space. This takes us to statement number 2, that there aren't many jobs in sustainability and it's just a trend for now. This is false. Since the pandemic, we've seen a pickup of interest for protecting our environment and being more sustainable. Our generation needs to be the one pushing for positive change, as it's our future. The government recognises this, as they're investing in sustainability more than ever before. Let's look at the facts. By 2030, the UK government want 250,000 highly skilled green jobs. Additionally, the number of companies appointing chief sustainability officers tripled since 2021 alone. The last true and false question. A career in sustainability goes beyond just the environment. This is true. Roles in sustainability can cover all human activities, such as a sustainable climate, a sustainable economy, and sustainable political systems. This is often referred to as planets, profit, and people. To find out what it's like working in this industry, I caught up with Matt and Richard, the co-founders of Greenworks. They're a recruitment company specializing in resourcing and hiring people who want a career in sustainability.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm CEO and co-founder of Greenworks. We are a startup working to get 10 million people into green jobs in the next decade. And we're doing that by focusing on the talent end. And my background comes from working in social policy and impact, including briefly as advisor to Theresa May, and also working in really large and small charities with young people.
I'm Richard. I'm co-founder and CTO of Greenworks. I've spent most of my career working in actually digital skills. I started my career as a maths teacher and then moved into tech, worked as a software engineer, and then as a software engineering educator to train people to work as software engineers. And the thing which brought me to the work I'm doing now was realizing the big discrepancy, the big difference between the amount of people we have who are talking and advocating for digital skills, which is really important. But then green skills is something which is super important for the planet, for the climate. And there are far fewer people who are talking about that and advocating for that. And that is what inspired me to work with Matt and our other co-founder on Greenworks.
How do you feel like the green industry is evolving?
So I think we're here because we see the pressure of the changes that are happening over the next 10 years, especially. This country and other countries have committed to being net zero carbon by 2050. But to get there, everything that we do now will be vastly different. And that includes our cars no longer being petrol or diesel, but being electric vehicles. Our homes need to be more sustainable, which means more energy efficient and powered by things like solar instead of gas, and electricity sourced from non-renewable sources. And we have to build more sustainable housing as well. So there is a huge demand for jobs, and we're forecasting some 30 million jobs are needed globally over the next 10 years.
So kind of leading on from that, being a young person, why is this industry a place that they should tap into for their career?
I think the green sector is a great choice because it's good for people, it's good for the planet, and it's also good for your wallet if you work in the sector. So firstly, on the planet, it's really important we have more people going to green jobs, because by 2030, we need 30 million more people in those green jobs to deliver net zero and prevent climate breakdown. So it's good for the planet. It's good for people also, because these are jobs that make a real difference to people today. So for example, when you install renewable power sources, that cuts people's energy bills, helps them save money. If you retrofit a home, it makes it more comfortable for the family inside. Or if you work with electric vehicles, then you're reducing the pollution from transport, you're making the air cleaner for us all to breathe. So it's great for people. And finally, it's good for your wallet. These jobs have good salaries and bright futures, where you can earn a starting salary of anywhere from 24k to 28k or even more in a very accessible way. They don't often require much by way of school-leaving qualifications, for example. So those are, I think, the three reasons. It's great for people, it's great for the planet, and it's great for your wallet.
Wow, what a start. So what opportunities are you seeing at the moment for entry-level roles?
The first thing to say is that most of the jobs require A-level equivalent qualifications, and some of them can be attained really quickly. So you could do, after a 2-day course, you can become a retrofit assessor. It sounds like jargon, but it's the person that checks out a home and looks for opportunities to make energy efficiencies and savings. And then there are quite good progression routes after that into a coordinator role, which is more of a project manager. So the person that gets together different specialist skills to make homes more efficient and be able to source energy from renewable sources. So there are some really interesting entry points, and there are some really strong progression routes as well. And there is funding, public sector funding available for people who don't have prior A-level equivalent qualifications as well.
Yeah, I feel like people kind of forget to realise how many opportunities are really out there, and maybe there's some misconceptions around it as well. But do you feel like you can have a successful career in sustainability?
Really importantly, there's success in terms of, well, am I doing work that is going to make a difference to what is the most pressing issue of our times? Where if you look back in 10 years' time to know that, hey, the world was on the brink of something which could have been really catastrophic, but I played a role in this and I made a difference. I think that's probably going to be one of the biggest feelings of success that anyone can have, and it needs all of us in this fight. So for sure, you can have a great successful career in the green sector.
Thanks so much, guys. I love the simplicity of their business model and their company slogan, a better job, a better planet. Before we investigate this further, Matt is an Apprentice Nation mentor and would love to explore the subject with you in more detail. Feel free to book in some time with him. Back to green skills. Fact: 59% of employers say they need green skills now or will in the future. Green skills are simply defined as knowing how to reduce your carbon emissions. I'll list off some green skills for you to check off. Are you a good storyteller, investigative, empathetic, business and financially minded, future focused, people influencer and motivator, collaborator, innovator, problem solver? One of these people could be you. To begin, consider one of the fastest growing jobs available: sustainability officer. A sustainability officer will typically assess the organization's environmental responsibility, set goals and standards to maximize its positive impact. A job like this can be found in a variety of different industries, including fashion, finance, as well as the government. This is a great entry-level role. It will give you a broad insight into an industry at a time when so many different organizations are exploring what the sustainability agenda means to their business. So, if you want to get into a certain industry, why not consider entering through this role? Here are some additional sustainability jobs you might want to consider. The profiles of these roles are very similar to sustainability officer, but the titles vary depending on the organization. Sustainability consultant, climate change and sustainability advisor, junior sustainability specialist, sustainability advisory consultant. I caught up with our Apprentice Nation artist BERWYN to hear more about what sustainability means to him. Hey, I'm here with BERWYN. How are you today?
I'm okay, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. So I've seen on your Instagram you feature a lot of nature. What do you feel like sustainability really means to you, and being in the environment and being within nature?
I think sustainability is really important. I'm really obsessed with us as a species. I'm super obsessed with it. And I think, yeah, our best version of us as a species is the one that's most sustainable.
Yeah,
Simple as
definitely.
that. And if we're aiming for the best version of ourselves, then that is right there in a sentence.
Yeah, so you're saying you're thinking about it a lot. Do you feel like it influences your music at all?
I don't think it's influencing music as much as it should. Like, I feel like as music, we're the mouthpiece for the world. Definitely, probably the only mouthpiece for the world apart from film in this generation. And I don't know, like one of the scariest pandemics ever happened, and it's like we're gonna look back on it musically, and we didn't record it once. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't even mention it, most of us, and I feel like that's the role of us to document things in real life. Like look at the civil rights movement, any other major incident before and after that. Music has been one of the most important posters, points of reference, and we feel ourselves there, and we're feeling now.
Yeah, it's so true. We should talk about it more.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, BERWYN, for being so open with us. Let's look at some actions you can work on immediately. Remember, like with any action, everything has a ripple effect. If you start making sustainability choices for yourself, it will have a ripple effect on your inner circles, your community, and your career. Start with personal choices. Look at educational first. The government has announced by 2025 there'll be a GCSE in natural history, which will look at environmental issues. So if you're still at school, consider this subject. At university level, there are so many different degrees which involve environmental science studies. Additionally, if you're considering the apprenticeship route, look for roles which include in sustainability too. If you're already at work and you want to make a difference, see if your company offers charity days. This is where you can take a day off to volunteer somewhere. This can be like a beach or park cleanup. You might also want to suggest green initiatives, which can boost companies' green credentials. This is like encouraging bike-to-work schemes and introducing Meatless Mondays. Check out the Conference for Youth as another way for getting involved, and consider becoming an ambassador for shaping the world. Head over to our Skills Hub on our website to watch the 2 quick sets I recommended earlier, Climate Anxiety and What is Sustainability, both hosted by Sabrina. Or sign up to our mentor session with Matt Illick, or one of our many other industry experts. I'll end with these final great words from David Attenborough.
Young people see things very clearly, and it's their world, not my world or even your world. It's their world that's coming along, and it's their world that's going to be inhabited. But if they actually do something in the way that they have been doing in this year, then politicians have to sit up and take notice. And you can say, well, it gets nowhere. It gets you noticed. Get people to listen to what you say, and that you're important. And they are important. They're the people who are going to inherit the mess that we've made.